Hello fans and listeners of Broken Neck Radio, this is DJ Zang here, and I have on the line with me, I have one of the greatest guitarists around here. I have Mr. John 5. How are you doing, John?
Good, I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, and thank you for taking this time. I can speak on behalf of our listeners. We're all huge fans of yours. Thank you so much for all the great music that you've been putting out for us.
Thank you.
But I'll get right on to things because I know you're a busy, busy guy. Now, you've been in the industry since 1987. You've played for David Lee Roth, Rob Halford, Marilyn Manson, and now Rob Zombie. You've contributed songs to people such as Filter, Garbage, Avril, and the list just keeps going on. And you've also had a huge solo career on top of that. Is there ever a time you sit back and think, wow, I need to pinch myself?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I mean, it's just been incredible because I've never really wanted to be like, I just wanted to be a session musician. You know, I never really dreamt of being like a rock star or anything like that. So it's all, you know, it's incredible for me. I just wanted to just play on records and, you know, do that kind of thing. I never dreamt of how far it's gotten. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Now, with a list that long, are there any artists out there that you really want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Well, you know, there's always artists and things like that. I guess Prince would be one of them. Mm-hmm. You know, I really love Prince and you know, respect him and love his music. He's a genius.
Mm-hmm. He is very good, very genius. He's still rocking too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Now, some people don't know this about you, but you have a love for country music. How does that influence you with your songwriting?
Well, I've always been a fan of country music. I was watching a show when I was a little kid called Hee Haw, and there was all these great pickers on there, and I just always, you know, always loved the banjo and the banjo style of playing. So I always did like a lot of bluegrass stuff. So you know, with writing, it doesn't come in that often. I mean, you know, if I work with Skinner or something like that, it comes in handy. But I do a lot of country instrumental stuff, and, you know, it's a lot of fun. And I think that has broken me away from a lot of other guitar players because, you know, we already have Steve Vai and Yngwie and all these great, unbelievable players, and I thought to myself, I have to do something different to make myself stand out a little bit, and playing all this country and bluegrass really helped out a lot.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you're writing the new music, are there any other aspects you draw from?
You know, it depends on the situation. Depends on, you know, who I'm working with at the time, and just hopefully come up with stuff that people enjoy. And luckily, I've had some pretty good luck with that.
Mm-hmm. Now, on May the 8th of this year, you released God Told Me To, which is kind of half heavy and half acoustic. In a podcast to Kerrang! Magazine, you mentioned you hadn't done this type of thing before. Did the album exceed your expectations?
You know, it is. Everybody says their new record is their favorite record, but it really is. I mean, I think it's so diverse, too, because there's Spanish-style guitar playing on there in this country, and there's really super heavy stuff, and so I'm really happy of how it turned out. You know, there's a song called Welcome to Violence that I love, and
oh, I love that song.
There's a song called Noche Acosador, you know, which I'm very proud of, and, you know, the instrumental version of Beat It. So, you know, the album has been getting really good reviews, and so I'm really happy how it turned out.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of that, on the album, as you mentioned, you did a cover of Michael Jackson's song Beat It. This isn't your first cover. Are there any other covers you're interested in doing?
Well, all the covers that I've done have been something that has been very important in my life. You know, like Welcome to the Jungle has been, you know, was very important. And, you know, what else did I do? God, Fractured Mirror was really important in my life. And, you know, of course, Beat It. And so all the covers I choose are really important to me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I haven't really thought about it. Maybe a Jerry Reed song or something like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Now, When you released the track earlier, Beat It, you released it a little bit earlier than the album itself was released. Did you intend to release it on what would have been Michael Jackson's 53rd birthday?
Well, it was kind of a tribute to Michael and all that. I was just, paying tribute to him and, paying tribute to Eddie as well. So it was not really meant for his birthday, just saying, what an amazing musician he was and artist he was.
Mm-hmm. Now, you guys just finished up the U.S. leg of the Twins of Evil tour. Are there any U.S. cities that really stood out that you guys still talk about in terms of high energy from the audience?
They all were incredible. I was just talking about this. All these shows that we did were so big, and, because the economy's so bad and things like that, but these shows were massive. I mean, people came out in droves, and it was just such a successful tour. We go to Europe on Thursday, so it's going to continue on in overseas. Mm-hmm.
Now, this tour also is the debut of the Lava Tele and LED Tele guitars from Mayer Guitars. I hope I pronounced that right. How are you liking the new guitars, and how was the fan reaction when you first brought them out?
I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's I'm a Fender guy for until the day I die, and that's for sure. But they just made me some specialty guitars, and they've been doing great. People really enjoy it, and they like seeing that kind of stuff because it is a something out of the ordinary. The lava guitar and the LED guitar. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. They look great. I saw the footage from them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Now, you're heading over to the UK to start your European leg of the tour. Starts on November 26th. Is there any cities overseas you're looking forward to playing again?
I always love London and things like that. So we'll see. It is going to be winter time over there, and I'm a California guy, so I love the warm weather. So I'm just going to try to keep as warm as possible and just keep my fingers nice and warm. So, but I don't do very well in the cold, so I'm going to give it the old high school try.
Now, in 2009, you were credited with Laurie's theme from Rob's Halloween 2 movie. Any desire to act, and has Rob asked you to be in any of his movies?
God, no, I would never act. I leave that to the actors. I just play guitar and write some songs, but I leave that to the actors. I'm not one of those guys that think I can do everything, because I can't, and there's no way I'll be able to do that, so...
Now, we noticed there was no Canadian dates on the Twins of Evil tour. Any chance after Europe we can expect to see you up here in Canada?
We were talking about that, so we'll see. I'm really going to push for it because, and I'm not just saying this. I always say this. I love Canada, and we have such a great time there. It's just unbelievable. There's so much fun in Canada, and we're really going to push for it.
My daughter will be excited.
Yeah,
she's a
I'll be excited.
Huge fan.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun going to Canada. I love it.
Well, last and most importantly, is there anything you want to say to our European listeners that will be attending your shows in Europe?
Yes, just, you're going to see a huge show, great production, and two incredible bands. It's going to be a night of hit songs and a lot of fire and a good time, so we'll see you there.
Perfect. Well, thanks, John. Thanks for taking the time to answer those questions for us and the listeners, and good luck on the tour.
Great, thank you.
Broken Neck Radio.